So check it out if you like guitars. 1980 Gibson. When I was a kid, my hero was Angus Young from AC/DC. That's who I wanted to be. That's his guitar. And then here's my favorite. 72 Gibson Les Paul. It just hangs here like a work of art. Got some Jacksons, Dave Mustaine's Dean. So like when I was a kid, there's no way I could have bought some stuff like that. And hopefully that's the same for you, for everyone. You know, we hope to have more. And, you know, I was born in a trailer park in Arkansas. That's where I grew up. A fairly poor kid. And I really stayed that way until about the age of, what was it? Probably till about the age of 29. I'd done some time in the Army, and I did like everybody else, you know. I got married, I got divorced, had a child that I carried a child support on. Come on, Lux. I did all the same mistakes everybody does, you know. I took on car payments, I ran up credit cards, I spent a lot of money partying and drinking, hanging out with people I shouldn't have been hanging out with, just otherwise doing a lot of dumb shit, but having fun, right? And at some point, you realize, you know, I got to do something else here. I got to do something bigger with my life. And so you start seeking out direction. And the funny thing about that is there's always people that first money will be happy to guide you. You know, put you in a... You ever notice everyone who tells you need a mentor just happen to be selling you some mentor courses? And for $1,500 or $5,000 or for $15,000, they'll help you. And it's unfortunate because people pay that. And one thing about human nature, see, if you're selling stuff like that, is people need to justify why they just did what they did. And so what they'll do is then in their own mind, they cook up this idea that it helped them. And so you follow these gurus here on YouTube, and it's always the same sales pitch, right? Free information. And then it goes from a free to all of a sudden they're banging you for a fucking course. I was with one who's a well-known real estate guy. And, you know, I own real estate. I have a portfolio of 15 single-family homes. I own about 50 different stocks. It's a portfolio of about $3 million. And every day I wake up trying to make money with money. That's what I do. And so I was following this guy. He's a well-known real estate entrepreneur through his fucked up ClickFunnels. And I purchased one thing for $49 and he banged me 15 times trying to upsell it. To the point where, like, I was embarrassed for him. It's fucking gross, man. Just trying to fleece the flock. And the funny thing is, that guy can't tell you shit, man. The same spirit that's in him is in me, is in you. It's the same spirit that created this universe, that made life possible for me. And everything you need is right there, man. Like, you don't need a mentor. Now, there's nothing wrong with a mentor, but you need a lot of little mentors everywhere. But you don't need people that you're paying a bunch of money to learn things. So we got to stop that shit. And these people it needs to be an end to that stuff, man. You shouldn't be paying people. The dumbest of all is you're paying people $1,000, $2,000 to learn how to buy real estate. Are you fucking crazy? It's so simple. You don't need to pay anyone. You know what that is? You know why people would pay someone to do that more than, say, $100? I'm not saying you don't take a course and you don't spend $100. I'm not saying that. That's fine. But to pay someone $1,000 or $1,500 or go into a mastermind, you know what that is? That's you being a coward. That's what that is. That's you not believing in you. That's you trying to buy some courage. You're trying to buy some fucking confidence. That's what you're trying to do. because you're trying to make up for your lack by paying someone some money and hoping they impart some sort of magical fucking information to you. There's no such thing, bro. No such thing. Let me give you the secret formula. What you think about comes about. What you focus on grows. So I built my little place here. You know how I did it? By working 8 days a week. Not 7 days a week. Most of the people that I talk to who join these kind of things, who go to these gurus and join these, I can fix you in about 3 fucking minutes. It's called work. Like, you got to go to work more. Stop taking days off. You can't take days off and then cry to people you don't have enough money. And I'm not saying your whole life that's what you're doing, but for a time and a season, that's what you're doing. You're working. You're working fucking harder than other people. That's what you're doing. Harder than other people, longer. You're coming in earlier and you're staying fucking late. Because here's how the universe works. If you're too small for the room you're in, you don't get a bigger room. If when you walk into a room, the fucking presence, the level of it doesn't change, that people don't feel like you should bring prosperity into the room. And so if you're too small for the room you're in, guess what happens? You get a smaller room. And no fucking guru is going to get you out of that or be able to buy you a better room. And so you have to outgrow the space you're in. And so if you have a job you don't like, that you chose that fucking job. Nobody made you take that job. You chose to marry that guy. Nobody told you to marry the guy. You signed for the car. And no guru is going to get you out of that. So at some point you have to use the gifts that God gave me, that gave you, that created this beautiful place that we live in. And you have to use that. And you have to stop making excuses. And you have to stop seeking the answers outside of yourself. Everything you need is right there. Everything you need is right there. There's a book called The Science of Getting Rich. It's literally fucking free on the internet. And people will go pay $5,000 to listen to a guy repeat that book. Sad. It's fucking sad. It's because people don't have courage. Often I teach this idea on my podcast and in my free ebook that the reason a lot of people aren't investing, or the reason they're turning to gurus to help them invest, is because they have no fucking courage. It's courage. We don't talk about that. You know how you buy real estate? You get a 700 credit score, you save up a 20% down payment, and you go find a house of decent or below average value. Put the money down, you fix it up, put a renter in. That's it. Like, there's nothing else. It's not any fucking harder than that. And yet people will buy book after book and course after course because they have no courage. And you're looking for some magical fucking elixir that all of a sudden is going to give you the confidence and the courage to begin taking the steps that you already know how to take. You live in a fucking house. Why do you need to understand more about it? People live in the product their entire life, and now they seem confused when it comes time to actually buy it and invest in it. It's ridiculous. And I always know when I meet these people, because when they talk to me or they come and they ask me questions on Instagram or whatever, all I hear is this regurgitated bullshit. And I can tell which guru they've been listening to based on the statements in the comments. Single family versus multifamily. It doesn't even fucking matter. You don't own either. It's a stupid argument. Should I buy a house before I buy a house? And so all of this is about fear. It's fear-based. The way you overcome fear is with massive action. And stop comparing yourself to other people. And so you watch people with jets. It's fucking gross, man. And there's something inside of you that you understand that's not what it's about. It's about the work, man. People are happiest in life when they do work they love. See, the reason you're unhappy is you don't love the work you do. How can you find happiness in life? How can you find fulfillment in life if you don't like the work that you do? So check this out. See that 19-year-old truck? That's what I drive. See this brand new Dodge Challenger? That's what my son drives. Makes him happy. I don't give two fucks about a car. For me, a car is a utilitarian instrument. It's something to get me from point A to point B so I can make money. And so if you get caught up thinking that's what it's about, and you think that's what it's about, or buying big houses, you won't ever get them. It's about loving the work you do. And yet we have an entire guru class who's tried to convince you that everything is outside of yourself and that you need to outsource everything. You don't need to outsource everything. You need to do some more fucking work. It's what you need to do. Most people are lazy, dude. Fucking lazy. So you have people that work 40, 45 hours a week. They're complaining about credit card debt. Dude, what about all the other hours? What are you doing? And so that's why I can't coach people. Most of the people seeking coaching and mentoring, they don't need coaching and mentoring. It's not what they need. They need work ethic. They need a fucking plan. They need a strategy is what they need. You need a strategy of how to manage your money, how to handle your money, what to do with your money. And a little bit of courage and confidence would take you a long way. That's what you need. Courage, confidence, and a fucking strategy. You don't need a guru. You don't need a mentor. You don't need someone to hold your fucking hand. You need to man up. Or woman up, whatever the term for that is. Because building an empire is hard. It's not fucking passive. It's not passive income. That word literally makes me want to vomit. Passive income. There's nothing passive about it. It's active income is what it is. It's active income. Like you actively managing it. You taking yourself, your spirit, that same spirit that created the universe created you, and you take that and you use it. And most people aren't using it. They're looking for what outside of themselves. There's nothing outside of yourself. Nothing's coming for you. It's you right here, right in this moment. And it happens like that. You can disconnect from needing other people, from needing some sort of secret elixir, because there isn't one. And we see it in all areas of investing, especially, and even money management. You know, you turn to the Dave Ramseys and the Grant Cardones and the Gary V's. You know, one of the things I like about Gary is Gary's not selling you shit. Why do you think Gary's not selling you shit? Because there's nothing to sell. It's fucking nothing. It's all made up. Everything these people sell you is bullshit. It's made up. Now, I'm not saying the information's bullshit. The information's good. But guess what? It's freely fucking given. God gave it to everyone free. What you think about comes about. Remember Sunday school? It's better to give than to receive. What do you think that means? It means if you give away things, if you give value, if you give of yourself, you come into work 20 minutes early, you stay 20 minutes late, and you don't fucking complain, and you do more than you were asked, guess what happens? You get a fucking raise. You need a guru to tell you that? You need a guru to tell you get a fucking raise if you work harder than everyone else and give more value? And so no, you don't have shit because you don't give shit. You're not giving. The secret to success is giving. Giving. And this is how the gurus get you, because they implement the beginning of the strategy. They begin to give you free things. And those free things have a little bit of value. But here's the ultimate. If you follow the fucking rabbit trail, the thing they give you at the end isn't any better than the free thing they gave you. Name me one fucking guru who told you something that you couldn't have found for fucking free on the internet. And it's your lack of confidence. It's your lack of confidence. I don't know if you just don't like yourself. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. You don't like yourself. But it starts with yourself. Loving yourself. I talk about this on my podcast sometimes, about this idea that people, it's all about the kids. And they get the shit fucked up. See, the kids are riding with you. You're not riding with the kids. It's about you. You. You get your shit right and your kids will be right. That's how it works. It's not the other way around. And so you have an entire group of single moms running around doing it fucking backwards. Doing it backwards. And instead of being empowered, they're handicapped. And they need, please help me. And so we have an entire generation of, please help me. I don't know what to do. Please help me. You know what to do. It's called fucking give. So you're trying to build a business? Give. You're trying to promote your brand? Give. Stop asking. Stop taking. Stop talking about you and start talking about other people. How the fuck does Jesus go from 12 to 1 billion? By putting you on a monthly fucking subscription? Is that how he did it? Is that how Buddha did it? Monthly subscription? You joined his fucking mentor group? No, it was free. And you pay these assholes. It angers me, man. It's unfortunate. Entire generation just thinking you need something outside of yourself, that it's not inside of yourself. The Science of Getting Rich teaches this idea that first you have to visualize it. And you know this. People know this. Still don't do it. That you have to see it clearly. You have to manifest this shit in your mind first. And you don't need a guy to do that. The guy can do that. The spirit of the universe. And so you take this philosophy of what you think about comes about, and what you focus on grows, and you combine that with this idea of value and give. Gary Vee didn't invent that shit. It's right out of the Science of Getting Rich. And then we take it back one step further. 2,000 years ago, Jesus said that. It's better to give than to receive. Holy fucking shit. A mind-blowing business concept that if you give more value than you ask from people, right out of the Science of Getting Rich. If you give more in use value than you ask for in monetary value, guess what happens? You didn't need a guru to tell you that. You just needed to receive what's already been put down and pick it up and begin to use it and begin to implement it in your life. I get people all the time on Instagram come to me and they want something from me. What they don't understand, they're doing the formula backwards. It's give. Jab, 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 right hook. Like, he didn't invent that shit. That's 5,000-year-old wisdom. And people will come and they just want. Why? Because it's about them. Because they're focused on them. And so they fail. So they join things like network marketing. Of course you're not good at network marketing because you're fucking obsessed with yourself. It's not about you. It's about giving. It's about helping other people. That's like the secret to the universe. It's not giving a guru money. But you have to have courage to believe in yourself. Courage. It takes courage. So you want to be good at real estate investing. You want to be good at building your business. You want to be an entrepreneur. You want to do all these things. Don't worry about these guys. That shit's in you. It starts with fucking courage. You need courage. That's what you need. Not a mentor group. Not a social group. You don't need a fucking convention. You don't need to go to these things. You need courage to stand on your own. That's what you need, courage.